Hey guys, welcome to Cape and Cowl Café. I'm Nemo, and today we're going to be ranking all of Daredevil's live-action costumes from worst to best. If you guys enjoy the video at any point today, I'd really appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button, but let's just hop right into this. Alright, without further ado, starting off the list at number 10 in last place, we have Ben Carther as Daredevil in a canceled project from 1975. So, Angela Bowie secured the TV rights to Daredevil way back in the day, and also Black Widow. So she was going to make a TV show based off of both of them, and she took this picture as kind of like a pitch to, show it around to producers, but, nothing came to be, from all those pitches, but we did get this image of Angela Bowie as Black Widow and Ben Carther as Daredevil. And it doesn't look very good, okay? Like, if you look at the costume for Daredevil, it looks like his face is painted, and then he's wearing, like, a bonnet-type hat with, like, the horns sewn onto it. It just looks so weird. He's not wearing gloves. It's just a spandex bodysuit, but, like, I swear, I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure his face is just painted there. It looks terrible. Moving on. Alright, next on the list in 9th place, we have Daredevil's costume from the Trial of the Incredible Hulk. Now, this debuted in the 80s, and, it looks pretty good, I guess, for the time. But the thing is, this look is based off of Daredevil's costume from The Man Without Fear, and I feel like that's supposed to be streetwear. He's wearing sneakers, he's wearing, just street clothes. And this just looks like a Halloween costume. It's all spandex, it's just like one of those morph suits, but with the mouth showing. It doesn't really look that great for what it's supposed to be, so that's why it's here at number 9. Alright, next up on the list at number 8, we have Charlie Cox as Daredevil from She-Hulk. Now, this is essentially just the same thing as his Daredevil Season 2 costume, but the colors are switched around. It's supposed to look like his yellow and red suit from the comic books, but, the thing is, it doesn't really work in this, tactical suit. Like, that costume is supposed to be a boxing outfit with the trunks, and it's all fabric. And I do like the tactical-looking suits for Daredevil. It works in the context of the MCU and, this live-action universe, but it really doesn't work here, okay? Like, in the promotional material for the show, the yellow looks pretty good, it's nice and bright, but in the actual show, it looks so dull and muted, and the yellow just looks like piss, alright? It's just ugly. And what's funny about this is this costume in the show is designed by this, like, professional superhero fashion designer. He makes everyone's costumes, but, like, he pumped out this piece of garbage, Like, that guy should get fired. He's terrible. Did a bad job. Melvin's way better. Bring back Melvin. But, yeah, I don't like this. It looks bad. Turbo poop. Well, turbo piss, I should say. Garbage. Alright, now, this one might be a hot take, but next on the list at number 7, we have the Season 1 Daredevil costume. Like, it's essentially just the same as the Season 2 suit again, but the mask is different, and man, this helmet just really doesn't work, okay? The forehead looks like it's huge, and his eyes look like they're set way too low on the mask. It just makes him look kind of stupid. And I don't know, I don't like having the different shades of red on the mask. I think it should just be one shade. And I don't know, the shaping is just all off. Like, the bodysuit looks pretty good. It looks like it kind of fits a little weird, and I know they fixed that later, but I just can't get past that mask. It looks so bad. I'm sorry. Alright, sitting at number 6, we have Ben Affleck as Daredevil from 2003. Now, this might be a hot take that I'm putting it above the Season 1 Affleck costume, but, I mean, you gotta admit, it's comic book accurate, okay? It's all red. I know it's leather, that was a thing in the early 2000s. It was popularized by the X-Men movies. Everyone was wearing black leather, so I think we should just be grateful that this isn't all black. It's all red. It looks pretty good, okay? You have the double D's on the chest. We haven't had that forever. I really like the gloves and the boots, and there's very subtle, differences in the shades of red used on it, but I think it really works, okay? And I feel like Daredevil is a character who could work in leather. He's one of those more gritty street characters. I think it works. Now, the main difference between this costume and some of the Netflix ones is the mask, and here the nose is exposed, which is actually more comic book accurate, and it makes more sense too, because, it's one of his super senses. He'd want to have this nose exposed so he can smell more. He's able to smell things from a mile away, so it just makes more sense. But I actually like it, It's one of those guilty pleasure movies. It has its faults, but I really liked Bullseye. He was so funny, so it's not that bad. I like it. Alright, cracking the top 5, we have the Season 3 homemade costume from Netflix Daredevil. Like, this one's almost the same as the Season 1, homemade costume, but I feel like this one's a little worse. I do like the ropes tied around the wrists and the arms, you know, and you have that little white strip at the bottom of the mask, you know, covering his nose. Like, that does look better, but his shirt and his pants, they're just normal dude clothes. I feel like the other one was more of like an actual vigilante outfit. It looked way more menacing. I mean, he obviously was way more built in season 1. Like, he looked insane. You know, he had that Dexter season 2 build. But, you know, here it just doesn't really look as good. You know, season 3 of Daredevil's peak, but I just think that this costume it didn't hit the same, you know? But that's not to say that it sucks. It is still awesome. He looks so cool in that Man Without Fear style homemade look. It's just so good. And speaking of which, the season 1 homemade vigilante outfit is at number 4. This one is just so good, okay? Like, it's mostly carried by Charlie Cox's physique in season 1. He just looks so good, okay? Like, it just looks more like a vigilante suit, as I said before. Like, he's got padding on his shirt, and, you know, he's wearing like actual tactical pants and combat boots, and he has a belt, and the mask doesn't look as good, but it's still so good. Plus, I think that the compression shirt here looks way better with the little red stripes going down it. Like, it just makes more sense, you know? Daredevil, red. I don't know. These two were really close. It was really hard to pick, so if you like the other one more, I'm sorry. Alright, breaking into the top 3, we have the costume from Daredevil Born Again. And, you know, I like this one. I just think that there's others that are way better. Like, the colors are great. I think the texture on the suit is near perfect. I don't really like the black boots. I think they go up a little too high. It looks a little stupid. But the main thing that I don't like about this costume is I think it's built a little poorly, okay? It makes him look way bigger than he needs to be. I know Charlie Cox is not built like this. You know, he's getting up there in age. He's got a pretty good physique now, but, you know, this suit just makes him look so puffy. I know it's the padding underneath, and, you know, he's got man boobs, all right? This suit's padding on the chest is way bigger than it needs to be. It just doesn't really look good. And, you know, in the promotional, whatever, like the set photos for this show, when we first saw this, the red looked way worse than it does in the actual show. Like, it is so bright. And, you know, I'm all for comic book accuracy and bright colors, but for Netflix Daredevil, you gotta stick with the darker reds. It just matches the tone of the show more. But I'm glad that it looked better in the show. And, you know, I might have liked this suit a little bit more if I saw it for more than 2 episodes. Okay, we were waiting for a Daredevil revival show for the longest time. And, you know, for the majority of it, what we got was sad lawyer who mopes around his apartment. That's not what we're here to see. We're here to see Daredevil. Like, I get it, it's part of the story, and I know that there was all that crap happening in the writer's room for Daredevil. Like, half of the season was written by these Disney writers who had no direction, they didn't know what they were doing, and that's how we got that crappy filler bank episode. And then the finale was written by the original Netflix writers, and they completely just fixed everything, and I am so glad that season 2 going on is going to be done by the original writers. Way better, okay? But yeah, this costume's alright, you know. I like it a lot, but I just think it's built kind of horribly, you know, with like the sizing and everything. Pretty good though. Alright, next up at number 2, we have a costume that hasn't even debuted yet. But, you know, looking at these set photos, I've seen all I need to. It looks perfect. I'm of course talking about the black suit from Daredevil Born Again Season 2. It just looks so good. Now, you might look at this and think, oh, it's just the same as the Season 1 suit, but painted black. And I'm sure that's what it is in the context of the story, but these are 2 different suits, okay? I can't really prove it, but I can just feel it, okay? The padding looks way better, okay? I think the suit just fits Charlie way better. Like, it doesn't look as bulky and puffy. And you might just be thinking, oh, it's because black has a more slimming color, and that may be true, but it's different. There's just something about it. It just looks different, and it's way better, okay? It just looks better on him. All of these set photos are amazing. I mean, I think it's so funny how Charlie Cox was just like purposefully posing in front of the cameras because he wanted people to see this online. Like, he was just hoping it got leaked because he was so proud of how he looked in this costume, and for good reason. All right, this is badass. This is so good. And look, we finally got the double Ds on the Netflix Daredevil costume. Like, it took us, what, 10 years? Yeah, the first season of Netflix Daredevil came out in 2015. 10 years to finally get the freaking Daredevil logo on his costume, but so worth it, all right? This just looks so good. Honestly, I might be saving up to buy like a screen accurate version of the suit for Halloween next year. Just so good. Alright, coming in first place is of course Charlie Cox's Daredevil costume from season 1 of the original series. Now this might be my bias talking because I have so much nostalgia and love for the Daredevil show. You know, Daredevil is my favorite Marvel character right after Spider-Man, and I think that the original show is the best thing that Marvel has ever put out when it comes to TV shows and movies. And that might be a hot take because there are a lot of good Marvel movies and Marvel TV shows. There's also a lot of bad ones. But I think Daredevil is just the pinnacle of Marvel everything. It's just so good. And this costume just, reflects that, okay? As much as I like the brighter red on the Born Again suit, I really think that this darker shade fits the tone of this realistic interpretation way more, okay? He's a gritty vigilante. This makes way more sense. And this costume is almost the same as the season 1 suit, but the mask is different and way better. Huge improvement. This mask is probably the best Daredevil one we've ever had. I don't know, it just fits him so well. The shaping is just so good, okay? Like, I don't even really care that the nose isn't exposed like in the comic books. It's just perfect, all right? I think I changed my mind. I'm gonna get this one for Halloween next year. But yeah, I know most of you guys have probably seen Born Again because, it's a Disney Plus show. Everyone goes to watch the Disney Marvel, stuff. But if you haven't seen the original show, go watch it, please. It is so good. I think it is the best superhero TV show ever made, I know, that's high praise, might be a hot take, but seriously, like seasons 1, the first half of 2, and season 3, just the best television I have ever seen in my entire life. Go watch it right now. Alright guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it all, I'd really appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. And drop in the comments down below your favorite Daredevil costume. I know this isn't my usual Batman content, but I want to branch out. I want to be a comic book channel, not just a Batman one. I know my channel is called Cape and Cowl Café, but I feel like I gotta cover more things. It's just more fun that way, But yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later.